Police have stopped 2 marches in Marikana outside Rustenburg in the northwest. This as striking lawnman workers were planning to march to a local police station against police raids. Police raided the mine hostels and confiscated tons of traditional weapons. Miners were also denied an opportunity to hold any illegal gatherings. Security cluster ministers announced recently that no illegal gatherings will be allowed in Marikana. A member of the Workers' Committee, Evans Ramwaka, says they will follow rightful procedures to maintain their momentum.
Let's lead us. Tomorrow we go into the municipality and the police station. We make sure that we get the permits so that we keep on holding the gatherings. But this time we hold in the legal gatherings. If the police tries to stop us and the president, it's fine, we can stop the gatherings, but we're not going at work. We're going to keep on staying at home, keep sure we are safe indoors.
The South African Chamber of Mines says striking miners' demand for a basic salary of 12,500 rand is unaffordable. Chamber spokesperson Vusi Mabena says when the Lonmin miners went on strike making their demand for their higher basic salary, the platinum industry was already in trouble.
When the Lonmin strike took place, the platinum sector as a whole, 59% of the platinum sector, including Lonmin, were making big losses. The market was saturated, there were no sales, and the tripartite alliance through MIGDET was actually busy trying to look at various ways to find other markets so that the platinum industry can be sustainable over a long time. Now, in the midst of that comes employees who make a demand of 12,500 rand. A demand for 12,500 is definitely unaffordable.
A 2-year-old boy has burned to death inside a shack at the Lawley informal settlement south of Johannesburg. The circumstances surrounding his death are still unclear. Joburg Emergency Services spokesperson Sinok Matubako elaborates.
We're not quite sure what was the incident because we were called by neighbors and the parents were not there. We're still investigating and we'll give the information as the day goes by.
Heavy rains accompanied by gale force winds have left a trail of devastation in KwaZulu-Natal. No casualties or injuries have been reported. Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs spokesperson Mtateni Mabaso says in Umlazi, south of Durban, several people have been evacuated and housed at a community hall. Mabaso says mop-up operations have begun.
Our disaster management teams have been on alert throughout the province, ready to move and assist people should the need arise. We did experience a number of challenges, particularly around the road network, where there were an increase in the number of car accidents as a result of the lack of visibility, as well as the roads being waterlogged in many instances because of the heavy downpours. We also had incidences where some mud houses in particular were reportedly collapsing.
In other news, 3 fishermen had a narrow escape at Pringle Bay in the Overberg after they lost the engine of their small wooden boat at sea. NSRI spokesperson Craig Lambinon says the girlfriend of one of the men raised the alarm when they had not returned by yesterday afternoon. An extensive land, sea and air search was launched. They were finally found drifting helplessly at Mars Bay, about a kilometre from Pringle Bay. Lambinon says the men reported that the small motor had fallen off their boat and without paddles, they were left to the mercy of the sea.
The 3 men were very lucky that the weather remained calm throughout the day. We are urging small boat fishermen to carry their safety equipment, also to let a responsible person know what time they're leaving, their exact route that they're going to follow, and to stick to that route and to their plans.
And finally, Pope Benedict finishes his 3-day visit to Lebanon today by celebrating a seafront mass in Beirut and having talks with other Christian leaders.